Hey guys, Pete Mundo, Heartland College Sports.com with you, and we are now recapping the final Big 12 game of the season. That is the Big 12 Championship. If you were down there joining us at the Heartland College Sports tailgate, we are really grateful to get to meet some of you guys, touch base with some of you. If you're one of the guys that just grabbed a beer and grabbed a koozie, thanks as well. That was fun. Please just check out the site and come back often because we think you'll like it. HCS Tailgate was a big success. Myself, Cam Brock, throw in Matthew Postins, Derek Duke were all there. Also, my buddy Ryan came up from Austin. We had a blast, and Tailgate was a really good time. So for those of you who came out in Lot 10 outside of Jerry World, hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope the beer was cold. I know it was cold. And we hope to see you soon. 2018 tailgate's already being mapped out. We want to hear from you. All right, let's get to this game itself. Myself and Derek were covering this game. We were in the press box for it. And ultimately what this came down to, I love TCU. I really like Gary Patterson. I really enjoy this program. But the talent level, the talent gap between these two teams was the deciding factor. Lincoln Riley's great, but Gary Patterson's a better coach. He is. The problem is that the talent gap was just too wide for these two teams. And OU knew, win and they're in. TCU said, well, if we win, are we in the college football playoff? Probably not. No, I mean, Alabama would have beat them out. Ohio State probably would have beat them out. So it was USC might have beat them out. Heck, USC probably would have beat them out, let's be honest. Just because the committee has shown no respect for TCU over the past couple of years, especially back in 2014. That's the unfortunate reality. So OU looked just more motivated out of the gates a little bit and just more talented. And let's be honest, this OU team has a once-in-a-generation player in Baker Mayfield. Notice how I didn't say once-in-a-generation talent. Baker Mayfield is a really good football player, but he's not driven. And what makes Baker Mayfield as special as he is who he is, not his talent per se. There are guys that are more talented than Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield has willed himself to be the likely Heisman winner. Baker Mayfield has willed himself to 3 straight Big 12 championships. Think about this. Baker Mayfield has 3 Big 12 championships. He has 2 Big 12 losses in his career. That is stunning. 2 years ago, of course, the loss to Texas, and then this past year to Iowa State. That's it. It is stunning to me when you put in that kind of in those kind of numbers. So OU went out there. The fumble early by Kyle Hicks was key. That was just Caleb Kelly picks it up, runs it back for a score, 10-0 OU. Sooners go up 17-0. Here's a little stat for you on that. No Big 12 team in a Big 12 championship game. No team had ever led by more than 17 points. More than 16 points at the end of the first quarter. OU is up 17-0. TCU made a nice little comeback, but even at halftime, it was a touchdown game, and at no point did you feel like Oklahoma was in any danger. And I think that was because of Mayfield. I think that was just because of whether you were in the stands or in the press box. It just felt like Oklahoma's game. It felt like Oklahoma's afternoon. And you had Mark Andrews with a couple of touchdown catches. Rodney Anderson didn't have a monster game but did his thing. And then in the second half, it really was just the two really big plays is what it came down to for Oklahoma. You had the touchdown pass to Michael Jones, then Marquise Brown as well, both over 50-yard scores. So there were really – and Gary Patterson said this in the postgame. There were really just 2 bad defensive plays they made in the second half. It wouldn't have mattered, though, because the OU defense really stepped up. And I was intrigued listening to Mike Stoops talk about this in the postgame press conference that he's admitted, Mike Stoops, if this team doesn't get to where it wants to be, it's going to be because of the defense. And he has used that as motivation for his guys and for his unit to say, this team's not going to win a national championship because the offense isn't doing its part. This team is not going to win a national championship because of the fact that the defense is going to let itself down. And now that Mike Stoops is using that as motivation for his guys, it appears to be working in recent weeks. This defense is I'm not going to say it's Clemson's defense. It's not. But it doesn't need to be Clemson's defense when you have Baker Mayfield in the offense that Lincoln Riley is throwing out there week in, week out. So I have just been more impressed. I'm not going to say incredibly impressed, but more impressed with what Oklahoma is doing on defense over this past month of the season. So OU punches that ticket to the college football playoff. They'll meet up with Georgia. We have, nearly a month to break that game down, to talk about it, to analyze it. We'll be doing that here on YouTube. We'll be doing it on the podcast, Heartland College Sports, on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Find it all on there. And, of course, on the website at heartlandcollegesports.com. More videos are going to be coming your way. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page. Once again, if we saw you at the Heartland College Sports tailgate on Saturday, it was great to meet up with everybody. Great to say hi, and we will definitely be having more tailgates in 2018. Please just hit us up on Twitter at Heartland_CS, on Facebook, whatever it might be. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts, where you want the tailgates to be, what's going on. Just let us know. Pete Mundo with you, heartlandcollegesports.com. We'll talk to you throughout the month.